Kia ora, my friends. Shout out to Mum. Shout out to Lee. Thanks for watching. I hope you haven't got your hopes up too high. Today is not going to be one of my best. I'll just tell you that right now. I'm a little knackered. Had a massive week of rehearsals for Shakespeare in Love. Massive day yesterday at the Marlborough Farmers Market. I hope you all had a great week and a great weekend. I hope the school holidays is going well for all the parents out there. We're halfway through. Oh, I should have done a joke then. I should have done a joke. Hang on, there's a comment. Martin's expecting a lot. Oh, well, lower the expectations, boys. Oh, boy. Look. Martin Smith, Martin, thank you for watching. Oh, geez, I better dig deep now. Got a big crowd watching. Speaking of crowds, we're expecting a big crowd for Shakespeare in Love this week at the Boathouse Theatre. We open on Wednesday, so here we are. Obviously Monday morning. Tonight we do another full dress rehearsal, and we have an audience. As the rehearsal schedule has sort of gone on, there's more and more people been in the auditorium watching, more and more people in the theatre, more and more laughs, because it is a funny play. It's designed to be a comedy. It's a comedy play based on a tragedy play. So hilarity ensues. First performance for a full auditorium tonight, full theatre of people. And then on Wednesday we open to the public. So we do 5 shows, Wednesday through to Sunday. Sunday's the matinee at 4 p.m. And then we have Monday off, next Monday, so worked out well for Monday Morning Live and for WrestleMania. And then we do another 5 shows, so 10 shows over the course of, 11 days. And I've got to tell you, this whole experience for me has been life-changing. It's around 2 months ago now that I was approached at the Marlborough Farmers Market by one of the directors, the assistant director, Amanda. And she said to me, we're putting out an SOS. And I thought she had a flat tyre, or her car wouldn't start, or she needed some sweet corn or something, I don't know. The last thing I expected was that she was there trying to recruit people to be in Shakespeare in Love. She gave me her number, and the guy, Luke, that I was working with, shout out to Luke, probably not watching, but shout out anyway, he's a good guy. And we sort of laughed and we went, how random was that? I went home and I sat on this very table. Well, I didn't sit on the table, I sat on the seat of the table. Why would you sit on the table? I sat here and I thought, you know what? If I don't do it, it's probably something that I'm going to look back on and think, I wonder what would have happened if I had done it. And that made the decision. So I went along to basically audition. They passed me a script and said, read these lines. And it was a scene where myself and 2 of my henchmen were basically torturing a guy. As I say, it's a comedy. And I read the lines and they said, that's good, that's good. They said, can you try it like this? And I did, and they said, that's better. And then I said, what about if I try it like this? And they said, that's even better still. Later on that night, I got a text message from the assistant director saying, we'd like you to join the cast. And since then, it has been an absolute roller coaster. It's been, look, we rehearse more nights than we don't. Oftentimes, it's 4 or 5 hours, vocal rehearsals, and then we do different scenes from the play. My character goes through quite the character arc, so he changes as the play goes on. And you don't rehearse in a sort of linear order. You rehearse Act 2, Scene 5, then you rehearse Act 1, Scene 3, then you do Act 1, Scene 15. And so it's important always to remember where your character is at those different points. Not only did I have lines to learn, I had to learn not only what to say, when to say it, how to say it, how to stand, how to look, where to look. And at all times, you're there with a group of people that are all trying to do exactly the same thing as you. Last week was a tough week for all of us in the cast and crew. And there were a few times when we had to remind each other just why we're there. Somebody said to me, the reason that we're here is to have fun. I'm not entirely sure that's the case. Sure, we're there for a bit of a laugh, but it's a massive, massive commitment, not just from ourselves, the cast and crew, but from all of their families. Every night that I'm at rehearsals is a night that my wife has to do dinner. She has to get the kids into their pyjamas, brush their teeth, read them a story, get them into bed. All the while I'm off play acting with a group of people who I had never met. In fact, I met one of them. But other than that, there's about 20 people in the crew. And so 19 people from all different walks of life. One of them's a lawyer. One of them's a librarian. One of them's a real estate agent. One of them's a teacher. So people from all different backgrounds. And here I am, a humble YouTuber, a father, a farmer, a filmmaker. And I'm there on the stage, under the bright lights. I'm walking around backstage doing lines, not those kind of lines. Practicing, rehearsing. What am I going to say? When am I going to say it? How am I going to say it? Where am I going to stand? How am I going to stand? But I've got to say, it's all been worth it. It's all been worth it. And at any point I could have given up. Just like Monday Morning Live. 153 shows. I don't even think I've done an intro yet. For MML 153. I'm here in the garden. This is the longest and most rambling cold open of all time. But why do I do it? Why do I do Monday Morning Live? Why do I show up at the AMP Showgrounds every Sunday morning at 7 a.m, whether it's sunny and bright, whether it's cold and raining? Why do I do it? Yesterday it poured down with rain all day. I came home, I grabbed a dry hoodie, a change of pants, a change of socks, and a towel to dry my hair as I went to rehearsals. For 5 hours. Singing rehearsal. An entire run of the play with critics in the audience. Why? Shout out to Heather. Thank you for watching. This is a long, rambling intro. I'm trying to speak from the heart of what it means to me to be part of this production of Shakespeare in Love. And here is the reason. People may remember what you do. People may remember what you say. But people will never forget the way you make them feel. And that is my job, that is my responsibility, that is my honour, to come to you every Monday morning, whether I'm tired, or let's face it, whether I'm hungover, because we went for a drink after the rehearsal last night with the crew and the team, and it was amazing. I do it every single week, Monday Morning Live, the Marlborough Farmers Market. Except the next 2 weeks. I've made the call to not be part of the farmers market for the next 2 Sundays. I want to give my sole focus to Shakespeare in Love and the unbelievable responsibility and honour I have to get up there on the stage and act as though my life depends on it. This may be the first and only time I ever do this. And I want to make sure I do it right. So that I can say I did everything possible to get up on that stage and make people feel something. Whether it's sympathy, empathy, whether they feel happy, because it is a comedy. But more than anything, as long as they feel something, that is my duty. I was going to do live gardening. I was going to give you some updates from the garden, including the Great Broccoli Experiment of 2026, but I feel it's important to let you know that you can see me from this Wednesday at the Boathouse Theatre in Shakespeare in Love, where I will be up on that stage with a group of my peers, fellow actors, doing our best to entertain each and every one of you and make you feel something. This is an amazing time to be Benny Ward. I hope you all have a great week. You will see me on stage at the Boathouse Theatre. I won't see you. A little bit like right now with Monday Morning Live. All I'll see is the bright lights that represent the focus on me and the focus that I've had for these 2 months preparing for Shakespeare in Love. Have a great week. I, Benny Ward, will see you next time in the garden, because diamonds are forever, and so is Monday Morning Live.